Let me know when it's live. All right. Let me just pin this. All right, thank you guys so much. We're about to start this. You want to check that link? Yep. All right, we're about to start very soon. Thank you guys, as always, for joining us for these live sessions. On my Instagram, I just pinned a comment that said, if you want to watch this live stream in HD with a whole different experience, just go to that link in my bio and it says watch live stream. We're live starting right now. Let's go to this camera. Oh, wrong one. There we are. All right. We're about to start this live session soon. Let's get those comments up as well. I want to start shouting out your cities, your state, your country. We're going to start very, very soon. All right, Izamar, hello, sending love back to Natomas. Andrew in Roseville, welcome. We're about to start this soon.
Seconds. I'm getting sound out of here that's into a check, so I need to figure out why.
All right.
Why I'm doing.
Hope you guys are ready. We're about to start this live session soon. I've got one painting for you. It's Friday. All right, let's start. All right, welcome to Art Life Live. I'm David Garibaldi. We're about to start this session. I've got a gritty theme for you today, but as always, let's paint. My name is David Garibaldi and I paint live. As I paint, let's talk about Art Life Live starts now. All right, welcome back. My name is David Garibaldi. This is Art Life Live. I hope you're having an amazing start to your weekend. It's Friday, so let's start with this. Someone, Cosmic Rose on Periscope, said she's in the state of Garibaldi. Is that a thing? Is that somewhere in the world? I don't know, but let me know where you're tuning in from. As we get this started, where are they tuning in from on Instagram and TikTok?
Instagram, we've got Turkey.
All right, we've got Turkey tuning in.
We've got TikTok. We've got
Chicago, Michigan,
France. We got UK.
UK.
We got New Zealand, USA.
Netherlands, Minnesota, San Diego. We're just shouting out some cities. So wherever you are, wherever you're watching this, we're just shouting them out right now on TikTok and Instagram, or if you're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or Periscope, let me know where you're tuning in from.
We got Illinois,
Denver, Colorado,
Austria,
Canada,
Gordon from Denver.
All right. I see on YouTube someone said the Middle East. Welcome. Germany, Mexico, Japan.
South Africa,
Doc Steeler fan from Folsom, California, on watching this on Periscope. Welcome.
We got
Venezuela, Norway,
Japan
as well.
Romania.
We've got if we get Australia, we've got every continent watching right now.
Ecuador.
So anyone from Australia out there, let's make this a worldwide event. I've got Evan in Elk Grove, California. What's up, Evan? Welcome. So we're just doing some shout outs.
India.
All right, we've got Guatemala, India joining us.
Florida.
Iran, Florida. Jolie Lozano with
Saudi Arabia.
in the Yay area.
Saudi
Welcome.
Arabia, Stockton, Paris.
All right, shout out to my mom who's watching also.
Pakistan.
And I'm very real when I say my mom's watching.
Australia.
Australia. We now have all continents besides Antarctica watching this live stream. Well, I'm ready to paint for you. This has been a busy, crazy week. Today, the album, posthumous album of Juice WRLD dropped. Earlier this week, we put out this video with Juice WRLD's team. They put it out on his YouTube channel for the song Life's a Mess featuring Halsey. It shot up to #1 on YouTube trending with all the, I'm assuming, billions of videos out there. It's an honor and amazing, but with Juice WRLD and Halsey on that song, that's what really brought it to life. We just got to add a little visual. We've got some more coming for you this week, but it's just been an exciting week. So, all right, we've got South Africa with us. We have officially every single continent besides Australia joining us. So we're gonna get into this painting. As always, ask your questions not only on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Periscope. I think I got them all. Also on TikTok and Instagram, ask your questions. We're gonna do our best to answer them as I create this image. You guys ready? Let's paint in 3, 2, 1. You get that? All right. All right, what's going on down there? I'm just curious, can you guys hear that music? I've got just a different type of vibe for you today. If you're watching on TikTok and Instagram, go to the link in my bio, and it's a totally different experience there. So I hope you can join us there as well. Either way, I'm happy you're here. I'm gonna pick out some brushes right now. It's been a crazy weekend here, so I'm a little disorganized with my paints. This painting's just gonna flow. It's kind of therapy for me. We'll just have fun. Let's do this. I'm gonna mix some paint on the wall real quick. All right, we're gonna start with this blue. All right, guys, if you're ready, let's do this. Let's paint. So today's theme, something a little gritty. I don't know what kind of theme you would consider it, but you can hear the music. I'm just in a type of mood today where it's been a long, busy week. It's been blessed, but I got to get a little aggression out today. You can say that. So if you're watching this right now, do me a huge favor. If you are new to this live stream, just type new in the comments below so we can shout you out. I'll see these comments later. Also, if you are back, if you're watching this live stream again, just say I'm back on this live stream. Welcome back. So the playlist I put together is songs by an artist. His name is Tiger Blood Jewel. And I have been a fan of his music for quite some time. I found it on epidemicsound.com. And it's just like this vibe. I think I used some of his music when I was on tour last year, but it's just a really cool vibe. All right, so if they have any questions, Ray in the back is gonna yell out some of your questions. I'm gonna do my best to answer those for you.
Where's Shadi at today?
Ooh, that's a great question. Did Chadi ask that? So they were asking, where's Chadi at today? She's busy. She's a very busy woman. She's been, very kind to help me out, as we started these live streams, but I think she's getting her hair done right now. So Chadi, if you're watching, can you let us know They want to know, where are you? I think they just watch sometimes now because she's here, so. That's a great question. So they just asked, do I prefer to paint larger pieces or smaller ones? I definitely prefer to work on larger canvases, and this is why. The way that I create, I love to move. I flow better that way. I feel more inspired when I'm standing up. When I have to walk to my paint, I don't feel as inspired when I'm sitting down. Though I don't mind it, I just prefer to paint larger canvases that require the movement of my body to bring it to life. So thank you for the question. So someone just asked, what paints do I use? I use Behr Ultra Premium paint, and I love this paint, and really any other paint that they call it like a one coat paint, so I don't have to put on multiple layers to see the color. I can just put on one coat and it's there. All right, so someone asked, where am I painting at? Yes, I am painting live from my studio. All right, so someone asked, when did I first start painting? And I've been an artist my whole life, but I didn't start painting until I was about 20 years old. And I share this story a lot. You guys are probably tired of it, but I was 20 years old and I had lost my job. I was about to be evicted from my apartment. My car was repossessed, and I was, really on very, very hard times. And so I thought, well, what's the one thing that they can't take from me? And that was creativity. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna go just try this live painting thing. And I went to like local jazz clubs and nightclubs. I brought my canvas, my brushes, didn't ask permission. I just showed up, started painting when I was 20, and it was history since then. Oh, so someone asked, have I ever had a Garibaldi biscuit? I think I have. I think I actually had one. I don't know where I had it. I can't say where I had it, but I have had a Garibaldi biscuit. Has anyone else had a Garibaldi biscuit? Clearly a business move I missed out on for the biscuit name.
What's your favorite color?
So what's my favorite color? Great question. My favorite color to wear is black, but my favorite colors to paint with, I love this color. I don't know if it's an official color, but like an infrared. So it's a red with like this UV punch to it. Oh, general question. How am I? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. It's been a long week. And so that's why this type of painting session is therapeutic for me, because I just need it. It's been a crazy long week. What else? I am excited it's the weekend, and during this quarantine time, I've been able to experience what a weekend is. Most of my life I've been traveling on the road. I never had any real weekends. So this has been, one of the first times that I'm like, you know what, it's the weekend. Let's just chill out today. And I'm looking forward to chilling out this weekend. So someone asked, do I have kids? Yes, I do. I have 2 beautiful children. So someone asked, did I ever think that I would be where I am today? And there's 2 parts to it. One part is, yes, there was definitely a vision for where I wanted to be in the future, and I was very clear about that. The other part is specifically all the things that we've done, from performing at the White House for President Obama to going on tour with Kiss and all these other, even this week, being in that Juice WRLD music video. There's just things that also is in God's hands that He provides, and we want to meet those blessings halfway. So it's a mixture of having some vision for your life, and the other part is meeting those blessings halfway to put in the work. Have I ever messed up? Generally in life, yes, and also painting. I mess up all the time. You know, even though I paint quick, it doesn't excuse me from making mistakes along the way. So I make plenty of mistakes. The reason why you may not think that I don't is because I just keep painting. It doesn't stop me from creating. And I don't ever want you to let your mistakes to stop you from creating either. Ooh, so these are very interesting questions. Why is the light here purple? So we changed the lighting in here the last couple days. We've been shooting these videos, and I just like the magenta vibe with this. So. Ooh, great question. Someone asked, do I prefer to make realistic or non-realistic art? And that is a very simple question. Neither. I prefer to make expressive art. So if it's real and it has expression, that's what I'm into. If it's not that real, or if it's, you know, doesn't seem hyper real, but it has expression, I'm into that. I just want to create things with expression. Do I want this to be my job forever? Well, I think it goes to say that I don't really view this as a job. I view this as life. I view this as, you know, this is how I breathe. So saying, you know, do I want to do this forever is like, do I want to breathe today? Do I want to breathe tomorrow? Do I want to breathe my whole life? And I do, and this gives me life. So I will create and paint as much as it gives me life. And when it doesn't, I'll probably stop. Oh, by the way, quick housekeeping. If you're watching this on TikTok or Instagram and you want to watch this in HD with more sound and video, go to the link in my bio and you can watch it there. And in the meantime, thank you so much for your questions. I appreciate it. I'm working on this, trying to work out this image right now. I don't exactly know how it's gonna go, but we'll see. Ooh, I love these questions. So if I could meet any historical artist, who would it be? And I would definitely want to meet Salvador Dali. I feel like he is, I don't even know how the conversation would go, but I just feel like he's one of the, you know, one of the best visionaries when it comes to bringing art to the masses, and I would love to, you know, get in his mind. He also was just very much himself and didn't ask permission to be him. And I feel like sometimes people get caught up in, you know, trying to find approval from people to be themselves. And Salvador Dali very much just was an individual. And I would love to have met or sit down with Salvador Dali one day.
Is your handprint your signature?
So is my handprint my signature? It is part of it. It's more so a way that I like to end the painting. It's kind of like, I don't know if people actually do this or not, but it's kind of like an actor, you know, saying "and scene." It's just my way of just telling the world and telling you that this painting is complete. I'm actually going to change brushes real quick because I need to get a little bit more detailed with what I'm doing. So this one is taking a process. It's not a quick portrait. I'm taking my time on it. There's a lot of little details, but also it's sort of a story as it comes to life. So I appreciate you guys joining me for the process. Ooh, so who inspired me to paint? There wasn't particularly any person that inspired me to paint, but people and artists who are inspiring to me. there was one artist in particular, his name is Ernie Barnes. And if you ever get a chance to look up Ernie Barnes, he popularized this neo-mannerism style of painting. And what is neo-mannerism? Neo-mannerism is this figures that are, sort of elongated and expressive beyond their normal anatomical form. I think that's the right word or phrase to use. But he also touched on a lot of cultural issues as well, and just I just love his aesthetic and style of art. So Ernie Barnes, if you ever get a chance, huge inspiration. So how long do my paintings typically take? They could take anywhere from 5 minutes, this size of painting, to an hour or so on average. It just depends on how I'm feeling, how I'm flowing. I'm curious, artists out there, I have a question for you. If you're an artist or a painter of some sort, how long do you typically spend on creating your paintings? Can you let me know below in the comments? And then I'm gonna have Ray just shout out some of the answers that you guys have. So with this style of painting that I'm doing right now, I'm really playing off of warm and cool colors. You don't see it yet, but there's going to be a light source that's causing the warm tones and giving, I guess, story or purpose to the cool colors as well. So, when you're creating, just take your time. If it's a process for it to come to life, put that work in. But just don't stop, don't give up. Okay, so some artists are sharing how long does it take them to create their paintings, and they said a couple hours to a couple days. 1 to 2 hours, 30 minutes to an hour, okay. So people are just sharing how long it takes them to create their art. And someone just said that one of their largest paintings took 3 months, that's incredible. So someone asked, have I considered other mediums, sculptures, pastels, things like that? Yes and no. My medium as an artist is music and color. And so that's really my medium. And then the tools that I use, it can vary whether it's video or whether it's painting. But I'm sure at some point when I get more time in my life, I will experiment. But for now, I'm focusing on what I enjoy, and I love this medium of painting. Thank you, Chadi. I love you too. My girlfriend is watching this live stream while she's getting her hair done, and I love you too. So. All right, thank you all so much for watching this live stream. I'm putting a lot of work into this face because this is probably the most detail in the painting, and I just want to make sure that it reads well. I'm going to get some blue. So I'm now mixing the flesh tone with the blue, and I'm trying to define that there is a warm light source contrasting with a blue, cool tone in the room around this person. All right, that's good right there. Everything good over there? Ah, that's okay. You can, I wouldn't worry about it. Also, before we end this, I'll bring you up closer to see all these details that I'm doing. Sometimes you guys take a little bit extra time to to bring this to life. All right, I'm done with those small brushes. If you ever see one of my live shows, I'm like constantly throwing brushes around the stage, and then I always see my tour manager on the side, just like, I gotta pick up your mess, man. Thanks. All right, so I'm gonna get some more dark blue so I can help define the clothes. Oh yeah, so someone asked, is Ray there? Yes, Ray is here behind all the cameras, helping make all this happen right now. Everyone give a shout out to Ray. Just say, hey Ray. All right, I'm just defining the clothes, again, using darker, cooler colors. I'm gonna go back and define this hair. It's so convenient to use the wall as a palette. I know it's messy, but it's so much easier. So someone just asked, how can they get my Obama painting? I'm not sure which ones we have available, but any paintings that you're interested in, you can always visit garibaldiarts.com/gallery, and there's always a link to that page in my bio on all my platforms. All right. What's that? See, sometimes it's not always who I'm painting, but what. You have to stay tuned, you have to watch the live stream. I don't think it'd be as fun if I just told everyone right away what I'm gonna do. I'll bring you up closer for all these details later on. By the way, we do have a camera that's showing more details up close on our live stream. If you're watching this on TikTok or Instagram, there's a link in my bio to watch this in HD. All right, let's start defining some of this. So advice for someone who has been painting for a while and they don't feel like they're getting the exposure and they feel like giving up. My first question, actually, that person that asked that question, can you ask again, or can you tell me again in the comments, what are the top 3 things you've done to get the word out? And then I'm gonna answer you after that. That's a great question. And I can't wait to answer it, but I wanna hear what you've done so far to get the word out. All right, I love taking my time like this. This is kind of nice. All right, let's get some pink. I think this is pink. Let's see if it is. All right, there it is. Do I also paint animals? That's the question. I do. Actually, I have painted quite a few animals. I can't wait till it comes to like a World Day or Animal Day that we can actually do animals as a theme here on Art Life Live. That would be fun. Yes. All right, so they've done social media, they have a website up, and they've probably gone around their college, is that right? All right, and what's his name? Marcus Crutchfield, watching this on YouTube. So I think that's amazing, it's a great start. Where I started finding more exposure for my art was I really narrowed down my audience. So for example, the subject of what I was creating was about music and pop culture. So I went to those places. I went to where people were into art and music and pop culture, and I would paint live there to introduce myself one-on-one to these people. And so my question for you would be, what are the subjects that you're creating, and where are the people who are into those subject matters? So can you actually ask them again? Actually, I'm gonna ask you again. What are the subjects of what you're creating? And I'm gonna help you narrow this down, hopefully, to help you getting some more exposure for your art. We're gonna do this in real time. So at some point, we'll get to the point where we can do like live Zoom calls with you guys on these lives. That actually would be really cool. Okay. Yep. Okay. All right. There we go. Just switch that up. Let me go back to my yellow. Share that. So I would love to hear back from, was it Michael? Marcus. What? Ooh, perfect. So he creates portraits of political figures, Marvel Comics superheroes. Perfect. So, Marcus, is that right? Marcus. So you've got two great subjects to go after. Pick your favorite one. And where I want you to start is going to hashtags that are related to that subject matter. Let's just say it's superheroes. And I want you to go on there and find the communities that are either sharing or talking about it right now, and go start commenting on their images. Maybe go on accounts that are posting pictures of their favorite other superheroes, maybe not paintings, and just mention to them in their comments and say, hey, that would be an amazing painting. Let me know if you ever want it created. Now, taking that step forward, I don't know if you've tried that or reaching out to people, but like actually reaching out to people will be one of the best things you can do within that community of what you're creating. So hopefully that makes sense, but start by searching hashtags and going and commenting in those communities and just kind of mentioning in your own way. That would look amazing as a painting, and just make yourself familiar with those people. But you've got to go to where people are into the subject matter of what you're creating, not just the general art world. The art world is the world that you create. That's my new rule. All right. So someone asked, what is the most difficult painting that I've made? Usually portraits of people who they don't have a lot of character. They're usually portraits of people who have very I don't know, not as wild features, not as, I like wrinkles, I like shadows, I like hair flipped up. So anyone who is, a little too perfect is not as fun and a lot more difficult to create. I'm actually gonna get this white over here. All right, so Marcus says thanks. Actually, Marcus, check back in with me. Marcus, send me a DM on my Instagram and let me know how that goes, and maybe I can give you a couple other pointers about just how to market your art. Other question to artists out there, if I ever put out a course about marketing your art in these times or just in general, would you guys watch it? Would you guys sign up for an art marketing course? Can you let me know? Adding some highlights. Oh, I just messed up. There you go. Those of you that are asking, do I ever mess up? I just did. I put a little too much white paint on the nose, so I'm gonna go back, and this is how I fix my mistakes in real time. I'm gonna go back with some black. I'm gonna touch it up right now, and then I will come back to it later. those of you watching this in real time, someone asked me earlier if I ever messed up. I just did, and I just fixed it. So there we go. Let's get back to this. Just want a little bit more white to define these highlights because I'm about to add a light source coming from this direction. I'm gonna get the yellow real quick. Let's see if I have a yellow. I've got a yellow somewhere. Let's try this. Add that mist on there. Now let's have some fun. Let's play with this light source. I'm gonna add some brown to this red. Actually add a little bit of black. Just want it a little darker, and I'm gonna start blocking in. So when it comes to, I guess any rule of thumb creating on a black canvas is I try to start with a color that will be a great undertone. So something that I can build on. What color would be a great base for what other colors that I have in mind to build on top of that? So I'm starting with this sort of dark orange, burnt brown color. Perfect. We're gonna go back to the red now. I need to add some yellow to this red to give it a little bit more orange feel. There we go. So someone asked, do I have pets and have I painted them before? Yes and yes. I have a rescue dog. His name is Dolly, and I got him from a local shelter here in Sacramento. And Dolly, you know, since he was one of the first adoptions of this animal shelter, I thought we're gonna do his portrait. So I did his portrait. It's like a 6-foot tall portrait of a dog that weighs 7 pounds. But we love our dog. I love my dog. He's my little buddy. And I'm sure I'll be doing more portraits of him in the future as well. All right, so what I'm doing right now, I don't know if you can see it come to life, but I'm trying to create this torch and define some of the color breaks in this torch. What's causing the brightness shining on her face? We'll show you these details later on. Oh, I'm sorry, what was the question again? Oh. Yeah. So someone asked if I could do a commissioned art piece anywhere in Sacramento, where would I do it? Oh man, that's a great question. You know, probably somewhere either on J Street or 16th Street. It's like the biggest traffic arteries in Sacramento. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Would love to get out there and create something. So actually, I'm gonna add some cool colors on this, on the handle for the torch, because it doesn't have the full, it's not fully lit by the light source. I'm gonna add some black to this blue. Just wanna thank you all so much for watching these live streams. If you're ever wondering how you can support these. We have a link at GaribaldiArts.com/shop, prints, merch, different things like that. All right, I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm gonna add a little bit more yellow, maybe a splash. Someone asked, am I painting in oil? I am not. I'm using latex house paints. All right, I'm gonna leave that right there. We're gonna start adding another part of the story. I'm gonna ditch those brushes. Yeah, I usually work in latex house paint because normally we do these shows around the world and it's the easiest way to find the same consistency of paint, and also we don't have to travel with it. And I just enjoy using it in the studio as well. All right, let's get back to this. I'm gonna get some blue, get some black. Let's mix it again on the wall. Look at that just drip. All right. We'll see if this idea reads. And get some more paint off the wall. It's the convenience of using the wall as a palette. I'm gonna go back with a little bit more of the light source, the yellow on this banner up above. Let's see, what color? I'm gonna use a gray. I don't want this to stand out too much. I put this canvas up a little higher than I expected to go, but let me know if there's any other questions out there. Answer some more as we're getting near the end of this. I'm excited to see what Marcus comes up with. The gentleman who asked about some advice about how to get the word out. All right, I'm gonna ditch those brushes, get some fresh ones. Let's go get some yellow. Oh, that's a great question. So someone just asked, what's the best way to get people to buy your art that already sees it? Is that the question? Yeah, something like that. Okay, so if you're an artist and you already have a captive audience, the best advice I could give you is tell a story with why the images that you're putting out and why. You have to think about people buy art and put art in their home. They surround themselves with either who they are or who they aspire to be. And if your art can do that for someone else and say who they are to the people that walk in their home without saying anything, try to tell that story leading up to it. Also, now that you're moving into commerce, add as much value as you can. For example, if you're gonna sell prints, offer free shipping. Maybe for a certain period of time where people are ordering, throw an extra print or just give stuff away. Another great way to get the awareness out that you even have prints is give away art. We do giveaways all the time, as much as I physically can, and that also lets people know that it builds their awareness that there is art in print. So let's go with that as the idea. Do a giveaway. Give away art to let people know that you have art. So who are my favorite artists? There's a lot of different ones out there. I love Salvador Dali. I love Leroy Neiman. I'm gonna switch brushes. Who else? I talk about them a lot. Andy Warhol is a favorite of mine. Frida Kahlo. So how long did it take for me to learn how to paint with two hands? I feel like I'm still learning, and I don't use it as much when I'm painting slower. I just feel balanced. But it took, it's been taking years to learn how to paint with both hands. But I do it as a form of purpose. So when I'm painting fast on stage, I use both hands so that I can paint more rapidly. Ooh, this is a great question. It's totally up to you guys. Someone asked, am I gonna make lithographs of this painting? Totally up to you. You guys can always request an image that you have seen me paint and say, we would love a print of that, and we would love to respond and give that to you if we can. So Marcus is asking, is it better to team up with other artists? I don't necessarily think that it's always a great idea to collaborate with people, because it's more important to work by yourself or work with others who are on the same trajectory as you. For example, if you want to grow and you want to put a positive message out in the world, make sure that those same artists are on that same wavelength. Make sure that they're seeing the world in the same way. So work and collaborate with anyone, whether they're artists or local businesses, as long as they're on the same positive path as you are. All right, I'm gonna take a step back. Let's add a rim of light around her, and then I think we're gonna wrap this up soon. Let's see, what should we add around her? Let's get a little purple. You get a little blue. So someone said that, they're asking, how do you get people to take your prices of your art seriously? So there's two parts of pricing your artwork. One part is actually covering your costs. So what does it cost you to create art? The other part is building your value. And so if you think about it like real estate, people only buy real estate based on past sales of similar properties. So wherever you are right now, if your art is only going for $50, If it's only going for $200, start there and go up in increments from there. It's really not about getting people to take you serious. It's more about you doing other things outside of your art or with your art to raise the value and perception that people want to contribute to that. And then from there, if you're selling your artwork for $1,000, don't make your next client pay $5,000. Go up in increments to be honest and fair about your prices. But if you're asking for $5,000 and you're only getting $1,000, just work your way up closer to that price range. All right, so I'm gonna add some black to this because I want this to sit in the background. So someone asked, have I ever thought about numbering and signing the 24-hour time releases? No. They're time releases for a reason, because we will only print a certain amount during a period of time that we choose, and that's just what we've stuck to and done. And if that changes in the future, we may do that. But for now, we will not be signing each print that comes out in the 24-hour period. We will do releases in the future that are just limited edition releases that are signed and numbered. But we'll decide that when the time is right. All right, I'm gonna throw a thin cap on this. Let's see, I think this is yellow actually. This is yellow right here. Let's throw I had to go in the light to see that. I'm gonna throw a yellow on this thin cap. I'm sorry, a thin cap on this yellow. Oh, that's a great question. Someone asked if I have a Patreon account. I don't have one, but I'm thinking about getting one, and I'm curious if you guys think I should join Patreon. So I'm just not sure if it's a platform that we can keep up with or do, but I've definitely looked at it, considered it, and I would love your advice as collectors, as supporters. What do you guys think about Patreon? So you guys will be able to see all these details in just a little bit. I am just adding some highlights, a rim of light around this so that she stands out a little bit more. Also, some texture to what we've already created. So actually, do any artists out there use Patreon? What do you guys think of it? Or actually, do any of you support artists on Patreon? I should ask you that. Some of you are probably wondering, what the heck is Patreon? So have I ever painted my traveling experiences? Yes, I have. Matter of fact, I don't sell them or offer them, but when I was on tour this past year with KISS, all throughout Europe, I was painting while I was traveling, and I have a ton of small paintings of just places that I visited and from my travels. Oh, cool. Exactly. So, great. Glad you guys brought this up. So, Patreon is a platform where artists offer exclusive content and art to people who pay a monthly amount to support them. So those amounts can range anywhere from $5 to, let's just say, $100. And there's a different exchange for that. So for example, if you pay a certain amount, you get free prints, you get free content, videos, all to support the artist. And the cool thing about Patreon, this is what I love, what I've seen about it, is it gives artists so much freedom to just create what they want, and they have their built-in support. With social media, sometimes we have to depend on the algorithm, blessing us with some views or people following us. So Patreon is just a great direct source to say, look, I love that artist, I want to support them. I'm gonna support them every single month and get something in return as well. Does this piece have a title yet? I don't know. What are you guys thinking about this so far? I'm just in the studio. It's Friday. I'm painting, enjoying it. What do you guys think about this image? How would you describe it? All right, someone asked, where am I from? I am from Sacramento, California. That is home for me. I'm gonna add some glow, some mist to this fire burning. So I'm adding another mist of yellow light around her, assuming that there's particles in the air around her. And I sort of, sometimes when I paint things like this, I think about it in terms of like lighting a film and what would help tell the story and stand out best here. So just adding a little yellow glow. Yeah, so what advice would I give to a beginning artist that wants to start painting? If you're painting to start a career, it's different than painting to just learn how to paint. If you're just learning how to paint, I would say go on YouTube, look up as many tutorials as you can, and then actually follow them and paint every day. If you're looking to get into art and painting as a career, think about the subject matter that you're creating and how you can connect that with a community. So the more you can connect with a community of supporters, it's better to have a small amount of people who support you strongly than a large amount that may not totally get what you do. And so try your best to find a community you can connect with. That's where you find your first collectors and buyers and people who support you your whole career. All right. I think we're coming to the end. I'm sure I will touch this up later on, but I'm gonna leave that where it is. I'm gonna do one last white highlight around here so that it really, really pops. And then we'll wrap this up. We'll do some shout outs. And I hope you guys enjoy your weekends. Let me go back to this white, mix it around. Adding a little bit more white highlights to areas of the face that I want to stand out. I will bring you up closer in just 1 minute. Let's get up there. Let's really highlight that this thing is starting to catch on fire. All right, I'm gonna throw some paint. We're gonna wrap this up. Get some water. Get some skin tones. Mix it with that blue. Always love to do this, to go back with my hands. Just add a little texture and touch. Something that a brush can't do. And also, anything you missed during the process, all those little details. All right, let me get one last. All right, I'm gonna bring you closer in just 1 minute, but let's get this last handprint. All right, I'm gonna take you close in just 1 moment. Stay tuned. Thank you all so much for watching this. Let's go in closer. Let's go in for a closer look. Just hit those hearts if you're enjoying this, if you watched today's live. Thank you so much for watching. Let's take you closer. Thank you for watching this Art Life Live session. If you ever want to support this Art Life Live, there's a link in my bio, or you can visit garibaldiarts.com/shop. All those prints, they all support these lives and help make them all happen. Also, if you're watching this on any other platform, maybe you're new here, be sure to follow and subscribe so you never miss a session in the future. All right, thank you guys for watching this. All right, I'm back, and 3, 2, and... All right, welcome back. Thank you so much for watching today's live. I'm gonna scoot over a little bit so you can see that. Also, if you're still with us on Instagram, I think we lost because the device died. But if you ever wanna just stay in tune and in stream, you can go to the link in my bio, it says live stream. Thank you all for the questions. You know, I just want to recap some of the questions that you asked during the live stream. One of the most important ones was there was Marcus on YouTube that asked about really how do you know, you've been doing art for a while and you're probably getting frustrated with not seeing any traction. You've tried, you put it on your website, you've got social media going. Maybe you're going to, you know, an art school surrounded by other artists. You've got to get up and go out to the community of people who connect with your subject matter. For example, in my journey, I started painting live at music venues and creating musicians and artists in that way. And immediately people started connecting with that. I went to the community. I also did a lot of donating to charities. I know it seems, you know, counterproductive to give your art away, but when you give art away, you gain so many more relationships. And at some point you have to pay the cost to do that, but you know, it's just part of this journey. So my biggest suggestion always is to find the community of the subject matter you're painting and connect them there. So maybe one day I will come out with an art marketing, I don't know, course. Would you guys watch that? If I came up with an art marketing course?
A couple people said yes.
You let me know. All right. Let's do this. Let's do some shout outs because it's Friday. I know you got a lot of stuff to do. I'm gonna let you get back to your day. And I just thank you for taking any time to watch this. So let me know this. Where are you tuning in from? Where are you in the world? And I wanna shout you out right now. I'm gonna read comments over here that are on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and Periscope. And then over here, I've got Instagram still with us. Our TikTok is down. TikTok died, sorry. That's why we watch the live stream here. Our batteries don't die over here. So Wendy said, yes, I would watch it. Deborah, yes. This is in regards to the art marketing course. Just, let's see. All right, so we've got them coming in. Wendy in Springdale, Arkansas. Can you let me know the comments on Instagram? Oh, yeah, there you go.
We've got Arizona.
Okay, so Arizona's tuning in. Sacramento. Croatia. Netherlands. We got Roosevelt Witten in Sacramento. We got France joining us. San Diego. Guatemala. Canada. Marcus said the art market is getting better here in Central Arkansas. I think that's amazing to hear, but also don't get so tied into the art market, get tied into the community of people who connect with your subject matter. Just keep that in mind. I'll explain that more if I do come out with an art marketing course. That's such a huge part of it. Danny in the UK on Facebook, welcome. Thank you for watching. Nalu on YouTube in Oregon.
St. Louis, Missouri.
We've got St. Louis, Missouri.
Indonesia.
What is that?
Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Scotland.
Scotland.
New York.
New York.
Washington. Seattle.
Washington, Seattle. I got Lincoln, California. I've got Australia on YouTube. Welcome. Trinity Smith in Australia. What time is it in Australia right now? Are you up late or up early right now? That's cool. I'm always so excited to do these live sessions. I don't know if you guys really truly understand this, but I not only is painting therapeutic for me, but I also feel a purpose connecting with you through my art. And so I appreciate you guys just taking the time to tune in, to watch, to comment, to ask questions. Thank you so much. If you ever want to watch, oh, there we go, DJ E-Rock, my boy E-Rock on Periscope, on Twitter. Welcome, man. Thank you so much for the love. So Trinity Smith in Australia said it's 7:26. I don't know if it's AM or PM. But either way, that's not early or late, so you're good. Oh, AM, that's perfect. You're just starting your day there. One last thing, before we go off into the weekend, artists, creators out there, you are living in one of the best times right now to connect with your audience through these tools. There's attention that you will never have again with people that are, not going out and not distracted by the world right now. So take full advantage of that, create, but also share. Try your best. I shared with Marcus earlier, connect with an audience that connects with your subject matter as well. And that's how you start to grow your art brand. So Haley in Germany, shout out to you. We're gonna sign off. As always, create everything with paint, passion, action, intent, new and to teach. And with those principles and that foundation, you can create anything in your life. We're gonna give you one last look at this painting, but for now, I am David Garibaldi, and this is Art Life. Thank you. Art Life Live. All right, guys. Instagram, thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate it.
Oh, it paused it literally just now.
It's kind of cool. That image right there, just that still. Still.
I'm downloading your Instagram live once you phone.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We're gonna sign off right